Welcome to Figure Feedback. My name is Jeremy, and in this video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at this resin 3D printed sculpture from Wicked. This is from their July 2023 Patreon pledges, and this is the Incredible Hulk and Bruce Banner diorama. So let me tell you right now, if you're interested in joining their Patreon page so that you can have access to this and a bunch of really other awesome sculptures and busts and dioramas, a lot of them from Marvel, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Is going to take you to their Patreon page. You can pledge for $10 a month and you'll get a lot of cool things. So I printed this diorama on my Anycubic Photon Mono 4K in around 45% scale. That's for the two models here, but as for the base was printed in filament. I used some Creality rainbow color filament that just so happened to be on the green part of the filament when I printed this, so I thought that that was quite fitting. And as we turn this guy around, you can see Bruce Banner right here in the front. Now this is of the Marvel Cinematic Bruce Banner, the one played by Mark Ruffalo. And this model also comes with glasses that's printed separately, but those glasses are so incredibly small and so incredibly thin, I could not get them off of the supports without just breaking them. And I'm not sure how anybody is going to be able to do that without using maybe like an ABS like resin or something like that, because they are extremely thin. So we do not have the glasses here, and the straps are also a very brittle part of this figure. I think that some of the straps from his bag here came off during the removal of the supports. Could have been a little bit more careful with that, but those are 2 points that you might want to consider being a little bit extra careful with if you want to print this for yourself. And then as for the Incredible Hulk here, never mind the small tear in his arm that I'm going to have to patch up, because that stuff happens sometimes with resin 3D printing. But this is also the Mark Ruffalo Incredible Hulk sculpt, but none of this is glued down yet. And the reason for that is that currently Wicked is working on releasing some more variants to this. So for example, they're going to be having a Edward Norton Bruce Banner head sculpt that you can use in place of the Mark Ruffalo head sculpt. Also going to be having a different torso for the Hulk for Gray Hulk. So a different torso and a different head for Gray Hulk that you can just swap out. So if you're interested in doing that, you can just print out multiple pieces and leave them unglued so that you can swap them at your convenience, or just pick one that you want and then just glue it down. This figure is also a testament to the success I've had with my new Chi2 Systems replacement VAT and FEP film. Haven't had any major failures with that, so that is awesome. And I also printed Hulk hollow. The only thing on him that isn't hollow is his head, which, you know, it easily comes off, and the head is also connected to a little bit of his back, so it's not just his head that's printed out. So you can just easily just slot that right back on there. But Bruce Banner is printed completely solid, because I do not want to risk hollowing something out like him, but I think it's much easier to hollow out someone like the Hulk. You know, just a lot more space to deal with, a lot more areas to make larger holes for the resin to fall through and to get up in there and cure it. So now take a look at some close-ups of this model. You can see all the really awesome detail that lies within. Check out all those really cool veins that's all over the Hulk, all on his chest, all on his arms. He just looks fantastic. The tears on his pants, really great detail as well. And this is all on a 4K printer. So just imagine what you can get if you got yourself a 6K, 8K, or even one of those fancy new 12K printers. You can get some good stuff going on there, I tell you. Yeah, so he looks absolutely amazing. I would have loved to have printed it bigger, but that also would have required printing the base bigger, and this is a wide base, and it just would have took a lot of filament and actually multiple prints. I would have had to cut this up into different pieces just to get it to fit at a larger scale on the Ender 3 Pro. But I'm happy enough with this 45% scaled down figure right here. He looks really cool, and I highly encourage, if you're into the Incredible Hulk and you have a resin 3D printer, this is definitely one that you will want to add to your collection. These guys are going to look a lot better once paint is applied, but until then, I'm going to keep my eye open for whenever Wicked releases the Edward Norton head, as well as the parts for Grey Hulk, because as much as I love the MCU, I think it'd be really cool to get a type of Hulk that I haven't seen all that often. So being able to see Grey Hulk as opposed to the MCU regular Green Hulk would be a nice change of pace. So I'm glad that they provide that option to just swap in the different pieces depending on what your mood happens to be at the time. So that's it, you guys. Let me know what you think of this Wicked 3D sculpture of Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk. Are you planning on printing this out for yourself, or are you going to pass? Or what other figures from them do you have your eye on? This month, they're going to be doing MODOK. There's going to be an Iceman, and who knows, because they tend to drop surprises from time to time as well. But anyway, link in the description if you want to check them out for their MCU stuff. And yeah, they do great work. I'm going to continue to subscribe and continue to print out cool things that they make and show you guys what they look like on camera. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe because I always have more coming. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.